I just want to encourage anybody that's watching or listening. You were born on purpose, for a purpose, for this exact moment of time. And every single person has a set of talents and gifts, and you should not discredit how small they are because you have no idea the ripple effect that each act of obedience is having.
I wanted to know if you could clear something up because I read something. I was like, is this true? Is this not true? I just have to ask her. Is it true that you had a wedding cake business when you were in high school?
Yes, that is hilarious. I was like, what did she hear? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna dispel some, crazy
Yeah.
rumor. No, yeah, that's true. I did make wedding cakes. So I was extremely A-type. My parents were really annoyed when I decided to become an actress. And I had one of those resumes for college that was probably like 13 pages long because I was like the president of every club. And junior year of high school, I was like, well, I have enough on my resume to, like have to mail in a packet to all the colleges I want to go to. So I wanted to take a fun class. And my older brother had taken a cake decorating class at our high school, and he was really good at it. And I thought, if he can do it, I can do it. And so I took one my junior year of high school, and then I think I took it my senior year as well, like a second edition of it. But anyway, the teacher thought I was really good at it. And so she had asked me to I think I started making cakes for like the principal and different teachers, like kids' birthday parties. And then a woman who was helping watch my younger siblings, I brought home like a wedding cake, which was my final, it was like the final exam was to make a wedding cake. And she was like, I want you to make my wedding cake. And I was like, no, 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 no. So I made her wedding cake, and then people just started.
That is so funny. That's crazy amount of pressure for like a teenager and you being like, yeah, I can do it. Sure.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, I was definitely like praying the whole time I'm making the cake, like, oh God, please don't let me ruin their, entire marriage is like resting on me.
Which came first? Was it like chicken or the egg? Like, did you always have that love for Christmas, or did the love grow from filming these movies and being around the beautiful Christmas sets?
I already had the egg. Great question. My mom is like the queen of holiday everything. I mean, I think the woman had decorations for a Flag Day, So, I mean, she really set the precedence for how, Lilley's holiday. But at the same time, being on set of all of the different movies, I love getting ideas for Christmas decor and stuff like that. For example, in my movie Operation Mistletoe, which is on Hulu right now, they had these little dried oranges that they strung on the tree as garland, and it was so beautiful. And I actually have some that I'm getting ready to put on my tree. So I like to steal ideas from set.
Speaking of like Christmas sets, first I want to talk about A Little Women's Christmas. Could you tell us about that movie? I loved it.
Absolutely. I was so excited to be part of this movie. As the title suggests, it's a modern rendition of the classic novel by Louisa May Alcott that we all know and love. And I play Meg, who's actually my favorite character in the book. And so it's a modern rendition of the classic tale. And what I love about the modernization of it is that it has something that I think every audience member can relate to. So, for example, Beth has lost her job and she's had to move back home. There's a lot of people that are experiencing that. Amy is dealing with love life and big decisions. Should she go to college? Should she get married? Things like that. Joe has imposter syndrome. And then Meg, which was such an honor for me to play. She's a military wife and also a mom, and she's not sure if her husband's going to make it home from the holidays. And that really struck a chord with me. I just really love our military and our veterans. And so that was a role that I wanted to make sure I pulled off well and did with justice. So I'm excited for everybody to see it. I mean, it's the first ensemble movie that Great American Family has had, and the cast is brilliant. And it was so exciting because we're all friends and we had all met pretty much before we started filming. So it was really wonderful to translate those relationships to the screen.
I was talking with Jillian Murray, who plays Jo March, and she was talking about her fun times on set and, how it really did feel like a family. Could you tell us about your experience filming that movie?
Absolutely. I love Jillian. She's so fun. It was really interesting because each sister was so perfectly cast. And the original scriptwriter, Dion, she actually, it was really complimentary. She came up to me on set and she was like, "You're not going to believe this, but when I started writing this project over 5 years ago, I made a Pinterest board and you were my Meg." And so it was really amazing. But our set on-set experience was so just spot on. I mean, every single actor that was cast was perfectly suited toward their role. On set, there was just so much camaraderie, like I said, but it was really brilliant and wonderful to watch. Laura Osnes and Julia Riley and Jillian Murray, Trevor Donovan, Jesse Hedge, and then Jesse's daughter, Charlize, also made her debut. So it was a really magical experience for me to be on set and also watch everybody else's performance. And it was hard for me not to get wrapped up in their performances and be like, "Oh, I'm in the scene with you," you know?
Yeah, I'm here.
Especially when I was working with Charlize, I wanted to be like, "Good job, good job." Oh, wait, I'm on camera. Like, so.
So this movie, it's all about family. Did it remind you of your family growing up or your family that you have now? Like with the sibling dynamic, with the sister dynamic?
Definitely. I am also one of four. I only have one sister, but I have two brothers. But I think it's really funny because, anyone that does have siblings, as much as you're close with your siblings, and nobody could ever say anything about your siblings without you stepping in and, defending them, you also love to get at each other.
Yes.
So there's a lot of like teasing, a lot of moments like that. And especially when all three sisters are trying to set up Joe with switches, Trevor and Jillian's characters. So it was it was really fun to kind of goad our sister into a relationship, and get under her skin. So it was cute.
Yes. You were also starring in another Christmas movie, Paris Christmas Waltz. Can you tell us about that film?
Yes, so there's a Paris Christmas Waltz, which is currently on Netflix. And in that movie, I star opposite Matthew Morrison. And it's a brilliant movie. I dance in it, and I play a character named Emma, who's, a tired accountant. She sacrifices herself for one of her employees because she really doesn't know what she wants in life, and he's going to get fired and he has a family, if she doesn't give up her job position. So she gets this opportunity to go to Paris to be in a dance competition. She's an amateur dancer. She gets paired with a pro, just like on Dancing with the Stars. And of course, what better place to fall in love than Paris? And oh my gosh, that is my favorite movie that I've ever done, actually. And I don't say that lightly because I include in that The Artist, which won the Academy Award for Best Picture. I mean, I love A Paris Christmas Waltz. So that's on Netflix. And then if you still haven't had enough Jen Lilley in your stocking, there's also a movie called Operation Mistletoe that's on Hulu. And that's more of a comedy. It's also a holiday movie, but it's really fast paced and it's a comedy. And in that movie, I star opposite Nick Bateman. And he's the guy I've always had a crush on, and he comes back, and I'm an interior designer, and I have to revive this ribbons and bows, charity gala for our town to kind of save the Christmas spirit. And of course, he kind of likes me, I kind of like him, but we don't know whether we're ever going to get together. And my best friend Olivia is hanging up mistletoe all over town that we just keep awkwardly getting under. So that's a really cute and fun movie as well. And that's on Hulu right now.
Get the latest uplifting news and interviews from your favorite media at Movieguide. Like and subscribe and join the millions of families that follow your values. Now back to the show.
On your Instagram, I saw the video that you did with Project Orphans. Can you talk about what that was and how you got involved with them?
Sure, with Project Orphans?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my gosh, that was an amazing experience. So to make it concise, I got into music. I grew up as a singer, and that was something that I wanted to do way before I wanted to act. But I also am stage fright. So I got different opportunities came along. God kept opening doors and asked me to do an album. So I made a full-blown original album that was fully released in 2020. And I released my first single also in 2020, and it was called King of Hearts. And one of the reasons I did not go with a major record label among many reasons, was because I always wanted my music, 100% of it, to go toward charity. And that's really not an option when you are with a major record label. And so I was like, I'm just going to release this song for charity. And then I got in touch with Brittany Ray Stokes, who's the founder of Project Orphans, and she's become one of my best friends, which is a whole different story. And I said, what do you guys need right now? And she said, Jen, I don't know what we're going to do. We have all these needs to take care of, all of the overhead things that go into taking care of, orphans in Africa. But at the same time, she said, there's a little boy named John, and he needs a heart transplant, or heart surgery, excuse me, not a full transplant. He needs heart surgery or he's not going to make it. But I can't ask donors to do that because it's so expensive. And so I was like, okay, what if I make him my King of Hearts? And that's the title of the song. So I hosted, because it was 2020, the world was shut down, we were all inside, and I hosted a worldwide talent competition called Voices That Give, and part of that was that people could download the song, and I don't remember all the details of how we did it, but we ended up raising funds. We gave John the life-saving heart surgery that he needed. And then we also set aside money, which ended up opening the very first Tulsa Girls Home. So there's a lot of charity stuff that's in my, arena through music. And then at the same time, years later, so this year, 2024, I actually finally got to go to Uganda to the Project Orphans campus, and I got to meet John. And so if anybody wants to see that, it's on my Instagram. I didn't even know they were making a video until there was one day where they put a mic on me, and you'll know when I knew I was on camera because I'm talking to it. But I didn't know that they captured the whole moment when I met him, and it was just super, super amazing. And I just think that I'm gonna cry, but my philosophy in charity and all of that, especially, I know a lot of people that are reading Movieguide love Jesus, and we're faith-based usually, and I think that we are called to be the hands and feet of Jesus. And one of my favorite quotes is Mother Teresa says, if you want to change the world, go home and love your family, but also small acts of kindness. Small acts of kindness amount, there's a ripple effect. You never know who you're going to impact. And I just want to encourage anybody that's watching or listening or reading, you were born on purpose, for a purpose, for this exact moment of time. And every single person has a set of talents and gifts, and you should not discredit how small they are, because you have no idea the ripple effect that each, act of obedience is having. And I just love people.
Now, I cannot let you go before we talk about your new company, Raise the Reel. I want to know all about it.
Raise the Reel, it really started because I saw that there was a problem in Hollywood right now. We had 2 strikes and they kind of backfired. We had a writer strike and an actor strike. Some of them were in the exact same moment. And the aftermath of that was that Hollywood kind of became this, is it something like a Great Depression? Everything kind of scaled back, and I was done sitting around waiting for acting jobs. So I started, brushing my producing shoes off. And so as a producer, I've seen the challenges that filmmakers are currently facing firsthand. And so Raise the Reel was really born out of a desire to just fix a broken fundraising model. So with that company, filmmakers who are often sacrificing creative control, or they're taking on risky loans in order to fund their projects, they can go to Raise the Reel, and it eliminates the risk. With my model, filmmakers maintain 100% ownership and creative control of their projects. And, we don't take equity or repayment or anything. And at the same time, what it is it's revolutionary crowdfunding platform. And it's more than that, really. It's a movement. So it gives fans the opportunity to actually be in the movies that they love, while giving filmmakers the opportunity to finance their films and make their dreams a reality without sacrificing debt, being good stewards of their money, not giving up their equity. And so it's really cool for fans. It's really a dream come true. You know, Raise the Reel isn't just about making movies with filmmakers. It's also about making memories for the fans who love these movies. And so fans can actually go on to Raise the Reel, REEL, like, you know, like a movie reel, raisethereel.com, and they can actually just secure and guarantee their spot in the movies that they love and adore, whether it's a Christmas classic or a heartfelt drama. They can go onto the website and secure roles in the movies they love. By doing that, they are not only helping make that movie a reality for the filmmakers, they're also getting entered to win dream prize packages. So they can not only just, for example, go in and be in my next movie, Holiday Hearts, which is an incredible movie that's coming out next year. They can also enter to win a dream Christmas package. So they get the Christmas tree, the ornaments, the Christmas dinner they don't have to cook, and all the mamas said amen, you know, all of that. And then also what's really cool about it is this is something that I wish existed when I first started acting, because, you know, I'm from this small town of Virginia that most people have not heard of. If they've heard of it, they're like totally misplaced. They're like, oh, Roanoke, the Lost Colony. I'm like, no, not the Lost Colony. The Lost Colony is lost, the other one. And so I didn't know anyone when I moved to Hollywood. Nepotism, not in my favor. 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon did not exist for Jen Lilley. And so for anyone who's trying to break into Hollywood, who's an aspiring actor or producer, they can also guarantee themselves in the movies they love. They can get a role, they can get a speaking role, they can become a producer. All of this is available on raisethereel.com. And so it was just kind of a solution for the wasteland that is Hollywood right now. That's how it was birthed.
That sounds incredible. I'm just like, imagine like, oh, if I could go back in time.
I wish this existed when I moved to Hollywood. I'm like, my first speaking role could be in a movie with Academy Award winning and Golden Globe nominated actors. That is one of our current projects right now. It's like, you're telling me your first speaking role, you can just straight up purchase it, and then you also get entered to win these things. You get producer credits, you get IMDb credits, you get to go to the red carpet premiere. You know, you get like the kit and caboodle comes with it, and you could win the dream Christmas package. So not fair, but I've created it for people because I love giving people, you know, their first, I love opening doors for people basically. So that's what Raise the Reel is.
Hey there, movie fans! Great news! Movieguide and VidAngel have paired up to bring you a free 30-day trial exclusively for Movieguide users. That's right. Click the link in the description today to start your free 30-day trial of VidAngel. Happy viewing.
If you enjoy videos that follow your values like ours and you want to help us continue, go to movieguide.org/donate, because we're actually a nonprofit. You may not know that, but we're working in Hollywood every day to help families have more choices that follows their values. And also subscribe right now.